UFO photographed by pensioner after hearing noise like 1,000 Hoovers, he said. The pensioner captured an amazing picture of a UFO bearing a remarkable resemblance to the alien spacecraft from film Close Encounters of the Third Kind. John MacDonald spotted the strange lights hovering in the sky near his home in rural Perthshire and in the UK, and says it made a noise like 1,000 Hoovers, in other words, like 1,000 vacuum cleaners. He managed to take a snap of the aerial object as it hovered for a few minutes before suddenly vanishing from in front of his eyes. The 65-year-old from Dysart is convinced that he saw an extraterrestrial aircraft above him around Rossi Ochil in the south of Perth. He said, "It's definitely a spacecraft of some sort." He said, "I don't know whether I frightened it or not with the flash of the camera, because in the beat of the heart, it was gone." It happened, he said, around 11 p.m. on February 28, a couple of years ago, when he was driving home after visiting a friend. He described how the noise drowned out the sound of his Jeep. He said, "My Jeep is quite noisy, but it sounded like 1,000 Hoovers, that is 1,000 vacuum cleaners." He said, "When I phoned my friend, who's a shepherd," he said, "don't worry about it. We get this up here quite a lot," he said. As we know, they like being in rural areas where there's not too much of a population. Now, he says, "I always thought there was something out there, but have never seen anything until now. There is no doubt in my mind. I know what I saw." John estimates he was about 50 to 70 yards from the object when he took the picture. One suggestion is that the mysterious flying object, which looks like the spacecraft in Steven Spielberg's science fiction movie, could have been a drone. But the Civil Aviation Authority said, although it was possible to fly a drone in darkness, it would make managing to control such a craft much more difficult. A spokesman for the Civil Aviation Authority said, "It's possible to fly a drone in darkness, but you have to keep it in your line of sight at all times. If you are flying something in darkness, it's difficult to keep it in your visual line of sight. Even though it has lights, you would not be able to see it sufficiently well to control it. At night, you can't see obstacles because the obstacles aren't lit." But John dismisses the idea that his experience was anything other than out of this world, extraterrestrial that is. Drone pilot Jonathan Hall from Southport says he's also convinced that the image is not a drone. The keen amateur said, "I have no idea what it is, but I'm pretty sure that it's not a drone craft. I have flown quite a lot at night, and the size and shape of the thing, of the lights of it, look like no drone I have ever seen before," he said. This is Unbended Reality. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.